This is just a quick review of Hollow Knight on the Nintendo Switch. Without further ado, let's get to it. Have you ever wondered what the 1998's DreamWorks movie Ants would look like, with the art style of Tim Burton? My guess is probably not, but if for some strange reason you've always longed for such a gothic crossover, this indie game Hollow Knight has you covered on all fronts. Developed by a South Australian game company that, to my knowledge, only consists of 3 people. This incredible debut is beautifully dark and incredibly isolated, with tough as nails gameplay, but still easy enough to keep you playing. This game is the definition of the phrase, just one more go. The game has you exploring the underworld, or what can only be described as an abandoned insect colony with a labyrinth of gothic visuals, with a soundtrack that is so subtle but so precise it could bring a tear to your eye. Without a shadow of a doubt, this game is definitely a playable piece of art. It starts very modestly and leaves a lot to your imagination, as the story is very minimal, but builds along the way as you are rewarded with the further you are brave enough to stray. You play as the main protagonist, named very vaguely as the Knight, a cape-wearing, critter-wielding, nail-brandishing hero that is so pale he barely looks alive. Your goal is to adventure into the depths, squishing and slicing your way through these minimalistic gothic mazes, crushing badass beetles and whitewashed wasps, all while trying to bring the civilization back, one strange giggling worm at a time, to this post-apocalyptic dark world. But if you strip the game from its Tim Burton-esque art style, you'll find a very solid Metroidvania game at its core. It can be very difficult, and I mean punishingly hard, but it's also very rewarding. The glee you get when you finally beat a boss who you've been trying to beat for days, and you finally get that last hit on him, and he finally dies, the relief is unparalleled. You feel a strange sense of pride as you kick his ass. And as you transverse over the gothic landscape, you get lost more times than you can count, and it leads for a very isolated but fun experience. All while you're doing this, you're picking up upgrades along the way. It's safe to say that this game is a modern day classic in its own right. It can hands down keep up with any AAA title on the market. So if you ever need a brutally hard but beautifully crafted Metroidvania game, look no further, as Hollow Knight is the game for you. And at just £10.99, it's a steal. It's a must play for any video game enthusiast. Well, that was my review of Hollow Knight. I hope you enjoyed, and if not, I'm sure this video will cheer you up.